Project. That's how she is with guys. They're just wherever she meets them or whatever's around them, they're blank guy.
Exactly.
Okay? Like Frito-Lay guy.
Casino guy.
Same thing.
Parking meter guy.
Homeless guy.
Was trying to hit on Heather B guy.
That is not fair. Well, I don't see what the big deal is.
Well, you're an idiot.
Project X.
MorningShowCentral.com. It's the Project X show. Intern's so confused right now.
I know.
He hasn't gotten to TV yet.
I am on her. To my left, it looks like Pat, but it's not.
It does not look like Pat. Don't insult Pat like that.
It's girl. Pat is attending to family this week. To my right, Johnny 5. Rooster nowhere to be found again.
He's just dropped off the face of the planet.
I saw him a few weeks ago. That was it. In the production studio, Chris, the MSC Everyman, and our intern, who's back for a second week, we didn't chase away.
Chris just asked me.
I can't say his name because we haven't figured out a name for him yet. However,
What was the answer? Is he having fun?
No, he was. I think he was talking to Otter.
yeah,
He's messing with the camera.
I'm having fun.
Chris screwed up and gave him a remote. So
Yeah.
What?
Come on.
I took a picture of us, and now it's on. Oh, now we're back.
This isn't like compelling radio for 2 hours, just so you know.
You don't even know.
it's so much more compelling than what we used to do.
Are you in the chat room even?
Yeah, I'm in the chat room.
Do you know if anybody's even in there?
Nope. Just me.
Oh, so you know.
Yeah.
So we only have to compel you.
And I'm not compelled right now, so
But look.
step it up.
Look what I'm doing. If you're not right there, get to the website, projectxshow.com, project spelled with a K.
Not with the C.
Backwards if you can.
Because we're awesome retarded.
Also, if you want to call the show, 888-668-0742, toll free worldwide.
Pants.
I don't know how long I can do this for.
No, I don't care because I never look at the thing, man.
I wish I
Yeah.
went faster. That being said,
That's what she said.
We were off last week due to another family emergency, and we were poised and ready to do 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
But then
I
something-
wasn't.
Oh, yeah,
I
you were
I
gone.
was
Yeah.
actually in my car. I had just started driving up here when I got the text that that we had to cancel.
Yeah, see, it's pretty touch and go there for a while. There was a chance that there might not be a show, but there still might be a show. And me knowing that you were coming from far away, I just decided to call it before I heard definite word anyway. Mm-hmm. It's a good thing I did because definite word ended up being that we couldn't do one. But now we're back and we have a bunch of stuff to talk about this week. Mm-hmm. By a bunch of stuff, I mean absolutely nothing. So let's talk about 9/11. Do you remember?
Yes.
Like 11.
I do.
Yes.
11 years ago.
Where were you? Give me your exact location. J5, you go first. I want longitude and latitude.
Can't give you that. I don't have it memorized. I can tell you it was Charlestown, West Virginia. I had just woken up from. Just woken up. I worked late, and my first wife woke me up, and I was listening to the radio, still sleepy-eyed when the first plane went in, and everybody thought it was a joke, like some Cessna. And then, what was it, like 10 minutes later? Mm-hmm. And that was pretty much it. Then
Where were you on this 9/11?
Work.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you guys were probably here.
No, what?
What?
Not in the morning.
Well, yeah. Because it was on a Tuesday, so.
No, I mean this 9/11, this year.
Like today.
Today, where was he?
Where was he today in the morning when the planes hit? It was a joke, Chris.
Oh, I'm talking.
That's all right.
I was talking about the actual when the event
That's all
happened.
right. That's all right. It's been a long day for you. I'm
When the
sure.
event actually happened, we weren't here either because it was 11 years ago. I was still in high school.
I
had
had just turned 21.
just graduated. I was in my first year at Tri-C.
I was in my senior year at Independence High School, sitting in school suspension.
where you were every day.
And I'm gonna tell you what, that was the best day ever to have in school suspension because for the rest of the day it was not like in school suspension. We were huddled around the computer watching CNN.
I was in bed after working a double at Bob Evans.
This 9/11, I was at work.
Yep.
That's about it.
Yeah, me too.
You
yeah.
too?
I was fixing somebody else's mistake this.
Business as usual.
Now I gotta ask you, 11 years from now, okay, on September 11th, 2023, are you gonna remember where you were today?
I'm going to try really hard. I'm going to really try to put it in a special place inside my soul.
Should we make a time capsule?
And see. Yes,
Today?
absolutely. Well, because I'm sure everyone did one last year when it was 10 years ago. So we should be cool and awesome retarded and do one
It's 11 years.
for 11 years.
You can have this grape sports drink, which I
Oh.
found out I really don't like grape anything.
I
Sorry to our new black intern, but purple drink is not for me.
It's not called juice. It's called drink.
of our new black intern and purple drink. I told you guys earlier off the air that I had run into my one old black friend, Daryl. And funny thing is, I had heard that song before me and him had really started hanging out, that Sippin' on Scissorp song.
Oh, yeah.
And I was always like, what the hell is Scissorp? Like, is it like Snoop Dogg speak and they're literally just drinking Aunt Jemima? Or is it what they call, like, maybe it's the cool new name for Hennessy? I had no idea what it was until Daryl and I had seen my black friend had started hanging out, and he used to drink a drink that was actually called Scissorp.
Yeah, what is it? I forget what it was.
It was purple, and it looked like the bottle and the way it looked like Hypnotic.
Okay.
If you're familiar with Hypnotic.
I am.
Which I found out when I was bartending in Dallas, that there is a drink that a certain group of people like to drink called the Incredible Hulk, and it's half Hennessy and half Hypnotic, and it's called the Incredible Hulk because the blue from the Hypnotic and the caramel color from the Hennessy is supposed to make it look green, but really it just looks like something that came out of my butt after I ate grass. But they loved it.
Go.
The certain group. I'm not saying who.
We used to, when I worked at Ruby Tuesday, we used to get Hypnotic and OJ all the time. It was a popular drink choice of probably the same group of people.
I've tried Hypnotic back in the day, like when a store didn't have either Mad Dog or Boone's Farm to stuff down my pants before I could buy alcohol legally on my own. Hypnotic was because for some reason we're like, let's just drink colored liqueurs. That's
Yeah.
a good idea. We won't try to steal like a 40 or something. Now, granted, Mad Dog was really easy to steal.
Yeah.
Because it fit perfectly. Okay. But like the other things, like they were just as hard as stealing like a tall boy or a 40.
Yeah,
or something.
Hypnotic, doesn't it have like a curved kind of bottle too?
Yeah.
It's got
It's
like
almost like a champagne bottle.
It's got like a big, it's a big bottom bottle.
Yeah, it looks like Grimace.
Yeah.
Yeah, except it's blue. And so, like, Hypnotic would be the next thing to go to. And I just remember it being gross and not understanding the point. What flavor is it supposed to be?
I've never had it. I don't know.
What about our intern? Does he know? His name is Chris. That's his real name for now.
I mean, he should be listening to the show, so he should already be in here.
I think I heard him say,
Failure as
no,
an
I
in-
don't know.
Failure as an intern number one.
Okay, y'all information is so totally wrong. Okay, first, scissor is a drug. It's cough medicine.
Okay. But I'm telling you, there was a drink called Scissor.
Yeah, but that's not. The
Isn't it like, yeah, it's like cough syrup and
It's cough
Kool-Aid
syrup
or
mixed
something.
with some liquor, and then they drink it in the South. It makes you go real slow. Like, it's stupid.
So basically, like why we used to take Corseed and Cough and Cold, like 16 of them at a time.
It's like a robo trip.
If you mix it right, it turns green. It turns Incredible Hulk green. If you mix it right with Hypnotic and Hennessy.
Oh, he knows about the
see?
Hypnotic and the
Well,
Hennessy.
I wasn't wrong on that one.
So what does Hypnotic taste like?
Hypnotic is a fruity ass drink like for girls.
It's a fruity, it's a fruity ass drink for girls. That's why it's shaped like Kim Kardashian's booty.
It's just that color blue when they put it on ice and whatever. It's
Do they just drink it straight? If they're not drinking it with Hennessy, do they drink it straight, or do they have it with
girls
OJ?
drink straight, but it's, dudes, you drink Hypnotic straight to a pussy.
What did he?
I
Wow.
mean, I don't know, my bad.
No, that's
all
not
right,
your
man.
bad. I want a detailed description of how that goes down later on after the show. Actually,
I
you
was-
could show me how that works out.
16 years old and
And he's walking away.
just
I know,
everything
he
that I
is.
could. Well, still, and we were educated.
But yeah. So that's your black lesson for the day.
So
I like that.
we have a new segment.
Yes. The black lesson.
Black lesson for the day. We'll have to think about that on a break.
I would love to be stuffed full of black lessons.
That's our show, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Good night, folks.
Classes at 9 o'clock.
We're only in the first break, too. Just wait.
I want to do that. I want to. We'll talk about it when we go to break. I want to give him homework every week if he's going to actually keep coming back.
The last time we gave a black guy homework on our show, it didn't work out, remember?
Which one?
He didn't do it. I don't know.
Oh, the book report.
Yeah. I don't
This
know
won't
which
be as
one.
hard as a book report, though.
That one though, that was kind of thrown together like on the fly. This one we can actually sit down and think about and get some bearings on it.
Because
Okay,
if
we
you were-
told him to read a book. He had a week.
Yeah, but we made up our mind. We made up our mind on what to do, like right before we did it, and that never works out.
Yeah, but then again, he never showed up.
He
after
never
that
showed
either.
up after,
Yeah,
yeah.
It's not like he even made an attempt. It's not like he showed up and was like, "Yeah, I forgot. I'll give it to you next week." He's just like, he heard what extra work?
Yeah, he realized there was
that.
homework and he dropped out.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's like, oh, there's homework here, man? No, I can't do that.
That's why he went to OCB in the first place.
Yeah.
He didn't want any homework.
I mean, I got like 3 baby mamas.
Of course,
I can't be reading no books.
most of it.
See?
Because we did it. We did
Read books.
Oh, good. Good.
we did sort of the same thing with Project Malcolm X, with Kevin and Kush and
Yeah, but we took 2 weeks to put that together too.
sure, but it wasn't
You gave
more.
them time to prep and prepare for it.
It wasn't them teaching us things. It was basically them finding a story about white people and then just bashing white people for 2 minutes. Whereas I want him to actually educate us. I want to learn something new from this.
Yeah. I definitely want to learn like some new slang.
Oh, that could be the first assignment.
Like what's new on the streets? What are they saying? What are they talking about?
Honestly, and for where I work, I should have an answer. And I have no idea because I can't understand half of it.
You just tune them out. Yeah.
Not them, everybody, to be fair. So 9/11 happened. We're so sad, right?
And as you can see, we've come really far as a society.
Well, actually, the society has. We kind of got stuck.
Like, I mean, I guess I'm luckier than you guys because apparently you guys were overwhelmed with it today. I didn't hear anything about it
I
at all.
didn't really. I mean, at the other place I work at, kind of sort of touched on it, but not much.
I work at a place where most people have radios, and most of those radios are tuned into country stations.
There you
Oh,
go.
good Lord. So you heard Proud to be an American about 15 times a day, didn't you? Oh,
and the one guy that works closest to me, who listens to classic rock, the morning show he listens to, that's all they talked about for about 2 hours.
Okay, that makes sense now.
Okay.
Because for whatever reason, I listen. I don't know why, but I just have been for the past few weeks as I'm driving around for work, listening to our local FM sports talk station.
Why?
I don't know. I honestly, I don't
I mean,
know.
you should be, yes.
To catch up on that 5.1 quarterback rating from Sunday.
I think I can tell you, possibly because Cleveland music radio sucks. And in the mornings, I'm too lazy to constantly change CDs.
Yes, but
can't get that
Cleveland
new-
sports suck
Yeah.
too. So trying to listen to radio about Cleveland
But
sports
I'm not
is
really
just as
listening
bad.
to gain information about the Cleveland sports per se, because I already think I'm pretty well informed on that aspect. I like to listen to hear the callers that call in. Because I'm going to tell you something about this station. Now, granted, it's a newer state. Well, it's a newer format for this station.
Yeah, it's about a year old.
Okay. And they're still trying to kind of, get on solid ground with what they're doing. They have solid set shows that, okay, they got a nice schedule, a nice little lineup. And people are starting to catch on and understand that there's an FM sports talk station in Cleveland now. And while I don't know, I haven't seen any of their ratings at all since they've been around, so I don't know how they do in the ratings. I can tell you, though, that the same 5 callers call in to every single show. Every single day.
It's like
on
that in
station.
every format, though.
So 5 of their
When
7 listeners call
when I
in routinely?
interned and went down the hall, it was like the same people called, both stations.
Now, maybe I didn't understand when I was answering phones then, because my answering phones wasn't for a talk-based show. So it was like, hey, yeah, you won this, and I'll get your information, stay on the line, stuff
Yeah,
like
dude,
that.
no,
I didn't
answering
get to
phones-
know people or anything like that. But these guys, like, and I know their names now. There's this guy named Hiram, who's drunk all the time. There's a guy named Pumpkinhead, who I think might be the guy that I saw at the stadium.
Is he the
wearing a
Pumpkinhead?
jersey and wearing
With the
a pump-
Pumpkinhead?
Yeah.
I saw him on Sunday.
I think maybe that's him. I don't know who else it would be.
I don't
a
know. I
Mushroom
mean,
Head
how
fan,
many
maybe?
how many guys are called Pumpkinhead?
well, Pumpkinhead, and then and then that guy.
Yeah.
But they call and they say the same things over and over and over again, and they get in the same arguments with the hosts over and over and over again.
How many calls on Monday did they get for we should have traded up and taken RG3?
Not so much as those as they got. Colt McCoy should have been the starter. If not, they should have put him in during the game.
You know what, dude? Those are the same guys that were bitching that Colt McCoy was still even around here.
Sure.
Everybody's a coach, man. On Monday morning, everybody's a coach. It's amazing.
Armchair quarterback.
Yep.
So like today, all I got from it was, I don't know, like Jeff Phelps or somebody being like, "Nah, 9/11 happened. Really sad day in history. Man, that Brandon Whedon really stunk up the place." So that's the only exposure I had to it. So you were saying earlier, rip off the Band-Aid. I think people are starting to in the right genre.
Yeah.
Certain people are. Obviously, people who are tuned into country music throughout the day aren't going to be. I'm sick of it. And I enlisted a week later in the military because of 9/11. And I didn't even realize that 9/11 was today until last night.
I tried to enlist. They wouldn't let me.
I cared. I don't anymore. I don't even know if I cared last year for the 10-year anniversary.
I know. I mean, the big thing about today is for me, it's my little brother's birthday. So I always call him and wish him a happy birthday. And
the one that we like that was in here?
No, my other.
The one we don't know.
Oh, I don't like that one. How's the one I do like doing?
He's doing all right. You know, he's got his own place.
Oh, isn't that amazing?
In Strongsville.
Bounced right back, just like we said he would, huh?
Bounced right back. He's already screwing some other chick.
Good for him.
Yeah.
You should have him come in next week.
All right.
We're gonna take a short break. When we come back, we actually do have real stuff to talk about, but I don't know if I want to talk about him. So we might just talk to our intern and give him a name. Not Toby.
Well, we gotta break him in anyway.
You're listening to Project X.
User-friendly and ready to serve. MorningShowCentral.com.
Right now in Cleveland, it's 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Partly cloudy, humidity at 58%. The wind south-southeast, 12 miles an hour. Today's high, 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, generally clear, low at 56 degrees Fahrenheit. Wind south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, sunny skies, warm, high at 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Wind at south-southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. For more info, go to our website, mscradionetwork.com.
If you live the lifestyle, then you should arrive in style. Lifestyle Limousine Service. Whether it's dinner for two, an evening at the winery, or a night out on the town, Lifestyle Limousine provides extraordinary service. Check them out on the web, lifestylelimousineservice.com. Reserve your ride now. 330-903-0508. 330-903-0508. Lifestyle Limousine Service. And make sure you tell them Morning Show Central Radio Network sent you. Cocaine Energy Supplement. Due to great consumer demand, Redux Beverages has officially announced the return of its world-famous Cocaine Energy Supplement. It's now available at retail locations across the country, as well as online at ReduxDirect.com. That's ReduxDirect.com. Don't forget to be part of the all-new Cocaine Energy Supplement social network, where you can meet other Cocaine Energy Supplement fans from around the world. Cocaine Energy Supplement. You can become a member. By logging on to lovecocaine.com. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating. Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers. That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999, P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider. Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee, no questions asked. For more information, go to P99.com. P99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence with honest and expert customer service. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right.
Let the word go forth.
Created by the people, for the people. Jousting Out tackles the politics of today, expressing views of all sides.
As our founders pledged, a more perfect union.
Are you ready to jousted out. Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m.
So we Americans must not fear change. Instead, let us welcome it, embrace it, and create it.
On MorningShowCentral.com.
Rise above the clutter, brand your identity, and make a statement. Broken Fan Media. Expert video production, television and web commercials, music video, real estate tours, live concerts and events, state-of-the-art post-production, video and audio editing. Check us out on the web at brokenfanmedia.com. 434-944-0472. Broken Fan Media. The next generation of sight and sound.
Having problems with your home computer or business PC? Looking to have some upgrade work completed on your computer? Have a special project in mind that may be too much for you to undertake alone? Time to call
Joe the Printer Guy!
Joe the Printer Guy offers a full-service hardware and software repair center at his facility to handle your PC, server, and networking needs. Let their professional service staff handle your computer needs. They offer expert service at an affordable price. Visit Joe the Printer Guy at 14035 Madison Avenue, Lakewood, Ohio. Online, joetheprinterguy.com, or give him a call at 216-651-3880. Joe the Printer Guy. Check out Uncensored Net Noise every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here. Uncensored Net Noise on MorningShowCentral.com. If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com. You're listening to MSC Radio Network, and like anything else on the internet, it runs on computers. Lots of computers. And you know, when you're dealing with computers, hard drives sometimes crash. That happened here at MSC, and you know what saved them? Rectiphy backup software. Don't believe us? Well, ask yourself this question. Are you backed up? Probably not. So don't be that guy and wait till it's too late. MSC did their research and tried tons of different backup programs and chose Rectiphy backup software. You know, peace of mind is priceless, and Rectiphy can give you and your computer system that peace of mind. Find out more at rectify.com. That's RECTIPHY.com. Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now.
Oh, wow. Language.
Okay, he was PMSing.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
You know the fresh out of the shower feeling? Yeah, us neither. Project X.
I'm going to go on record and say that I still like my job, but I've realized what a girl is turning me into. 'Cause I don't even remember how it came up, but right now I have girl looking up. For some reason, we were talking about girls and something, and Emma,
most dangerous woman on the internet.
Yeah. Because Emma Watson right now, Hermione from Harry Potter, okay, is apparently the most dangerous woman on the internet. That's it. And I guess
She grew up.
What, these people are making malware or something, and
Yeah, malware, viruses, anything that they can attach her name to.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, see this nude photo of Emma Watson, and people click on it, and then their computers are screwed.
She's the #1 celebrity. There's a whole bunch of them.
I wonder why her though.
Halle Berry's up there too.
Like she hasn't even been relevant for that long.
I'm trying to find the list of like the top 10 or top 20. Give me a minute.
And are they listed in like order of how?
Yeah, it's
how much they're
it's like
used?
how like what are the chances? You know, each one's broken down. Which funny story. While I was visiting my parents out
Then
in
it's not funny.
Colorado.
If it has anything to do with you or your life, it's not funny.
Well,
Actually, it is.
Listen, you guys are gonna
Hilarious.
kick out of this. So my youngest brother calls my dad while I'm out there, and he's like, "Dad, I've got a serious issue." My dad's like, "What's up?"
Now,
He's
your
like-
brothers did not go out there, right?
No,
It was
I just went out
you
there.
and your parents.
Yeah. So
Okay.
my brother, 19, goes to Toledo. He's like, "Dad, I was looking at porn on my computer, and I got this message that the FBI has hacked into my computer, and they want me to give them $200, and they will go away and leave me alone."
Shut up.
So
This is the one we like, right?
No,
Or
no,
this is the
yeah,
other one. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
So I'm gonna use the debit card that you and Mom have for me for college. So don't tell Mom what the transaction is for, the $200 transaction. My father's like, hold up,
Unbelievable.
hold up. First of all, what kind of porn are you looking at?
Right.
Like, and don't do that. Apparently, it's this new kind of virus where like this virus hacks into everything, your webcam and everything. So like
Okay.
his computer is like gone basically. I thought it was hysterical. I mean, this kid really thought the FBI. He's like, but Dad, I mean, the FBI. I mean, like, it says that, you know, because like he was like looking at like copyrighted material or something like that. That the FBI was fining him $200.
Now
I was like, if the FBI wants you, they come to your door, dude.
Right. Now remember, folks, she said that this is her brother who goes to the University of Toledo.
Yeah.
So in case you're wondering where the future of our country lies, college kids are believing that they need to send $200 to the FBI and they'll just go away. Because I know anytime that I've committed a federal crime and the FBI was after me,
Yeah.
they called me up and they were like, hey, dude, just wire me like $50.
Just-
We'll
yeah.
go away. It's cool.
That's cool, man.
What do you think G-Man stands for?
So back to me being a girl. So like Emma Watson's brought up in this malware, and I'm like, oh my god, she looks like so good now, dude. Have you seen her on the new cover of Glamour magazine? Like,
Yeah.
I stepped back for a second. I didn't want to say anything because it was already bad enough that I realized it. I was like, hopefully nobody else caught that.
Oh, there's also in that magazine. So that's why he does that in bed. Oh, I was wondering. I can't wait to read that article when I get home. Not.
I know it's great. I have whenever I go into this is not racist. This is just how it happens to work out. Okay, I work at stores at Broadview Heights. I work at stores at Legacy Village. I work at stores in Parma and Lakewood. I work at stores where there's a lot of white people and white workers. However, it's always the stores up around the Kinsman area and the Union area and like the 88th and Broadway area where the majority, well, I'm going to go ahead and say 99% of the cashiers are black older ladies and probably their 40s and up. And as soon as I walk into the store, they immediately mob me. Because they want their woman's world, or they want me to tell them what's going on with what's the new shows. There's this fighting. Do you know what this girl fighting show is? These girls
Which
fight.
one? The Real Housewives or
No.
the Kardashians?
No.
The Lohans. They had a show for a season.
I think it has to
on E!
do with maybe teenage girls. It seems like.
Oh, teenage pregnancy show on MTV.
Do they fight on that one?
They fight on all of them.
Where you find two women and a camera, there will be a
There,
fight.
there'll be a fight.
But like I'm mobbed as soon as I walk into these places. They're asking me who fought who this week. Who's doing what? And the biggest one this week was because it just came out on the cover of People magazine, and they're asking me about Snooki's baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, well,
It hasn't sprouted its horns yet. Just wait.
I'm like, I put these things out, dude. I don't sit there and thumb through them and read them. Like, and then I don't get into arguments, but I'll get in discussions with them. I'm like, no, do I look like the guy who would read that or care about any of that?
See, dude, when you come in starting to like quote home and garden recipes and stuff like that, then I'll worry about you becoming a girl.
Okay, sure.
Or, oh my God, you should have seen the spread in this week's your Red Book.
Which, by the way, this week
this house is just gorgeous.
The chicken casserole recipe was awesome.
I am already getting Better Homes and Gardens Christmas magazines.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
dude, yeah.
Christmas magazines.
Yeah, well, July happened, and once July happens, that's it. The Christmas rush.
Yeah,
starts,
they're already doing. I think Food Network.
Mhm.
Food Network magazine is already doing their Thanksgiving and Halloween recipes, and
I get the Halloween thing, sure. That's right around the corner ish.
Yeah,
and I
but
just started getting Halloween ones like a week or two ago, and as soon as I got those, the next week Christmas is coming out.
Yep.
It's a little overwhelming.
People go Christmas crazy. I don't get it.
Do you have an idiot nominee before we do anything
do.
else? Because I lost track of what I was going to say before.
You're a girl.
Before me being a girl.
Yeah, you're a girl, basically. Buy
Pretty much a
tampons.
girl. I just did buy tampons last night. No, wait, I bought Midol last night. I think I got tampons the other day.
If you buy Midol, you got to get a Snickers bar with it, though.
I wasn't told. I got Midol on a frozen pizza.
You're not. Oh, well, there. Okay. What kind of pizza?
Red Baron.
With what on it, dude?
They didn't have any of like the extravagant ones that I wanted, so I just got pepperoni. One of them has a Sicilian one, and I couldn't find it.
You gotta get at least like a Supreme or something.
Well, no, because she likes cheese pizza anyway. So like I'll get the pepperoni, and then she'll take the pepperonis off one half and put them on my half, so I get double pepperoni.
Oh, you two are just perfect.
Not to mention the oven does this really cool thing. Like we don't like to put it on the cookie sheet because we like the way the crust is when it's directly on the rack. Well, as of late, the oven, especially with DiGiorno pizzas, with the dough being heavier than Red Baron, maybe a quarter of the way, a third of the way through the pizza cooking, the dough starts seeping through the oven racks, and we just can make it into a pizza bowl at that point.
Oh, geez.
And eat it with a spoon. So I can't get that anymore either.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So here's my idiots. On Thursday morning, an 18-year-old out of Port St. Lucie, Florida, because they all come from Florida, was cleaning a gun that he legally bought at a party. But the gun was loaded, and when he was cleaning it, the gun went off. The bullet went through his penis. Then it blasted through his left testicle, and it finally lodged in his thigh.
This is why not talk about this one.
Yes. He went to the hospital where he was treated. Now, when he went to the hospital, they, of course, asked him, you know, what happened. And he told them that someone shot him there. He didn't want to tell them that he had bought this gun at a party.
Technically the truth.
Right, exactly. When they pressed him for more information, he finally caved and said that he bought the gun at a friend's party. They went to his friend's house. They found a bunch of weed there. They arrested his friend. It's not clear yet what charges the kid who shot himself will be facing or how much function the doctors were able to restore.
Function.
That's my idiot.
That's kind of a weird story. And I talk about it because there's nothing else to talk about. And because, doing radio. Okay.
I know where you're going.
And when we went to the illustrious Ohio Center for Broadcasting, that got us this amazing gig that we have right now. That bought my Cadillac that's sitting outside. One of the things that was drilled into us, because, if you go to the Ohio Center for Broadcasting, you have a 94% chance upon graduation of being on air immediately.
Yes, 94%.
So they make sure that they want to tell you exactly what to and what not to do on the air. They'll get into the technical stuff a little bit, but but the majority of the curriculum, because they know you're going to go be on air immediately and be a shining star somewhere.
Their website is beonair.com.
Exactly. Not be behind the scenes.
Right.
Be on air.
Not be working on an internet radio show one day a week, not getting paid.
Right. Not being a seeing eye dog pushing some buttons.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Beonair.com, which means be on air.
On air. No matter what the air.
It doesn't say what air.
Doesn't say what kind of air, what kind of waves.
Could be Mars.
But it's air, nonetheless.
Could be pot smoke.
So one of the things that they told us.
It sounds like a good idea.
That they taught us was do not, it is hack to use crutch words and phrases.
Oh yeah, that's like Radio 101, man.
If you look at any successful radio jockey, whether it's just a disc jockey or a talk show host, none of them use crutch phrases. And none of them use crutch phrases. So if you are going to be successful in this business, all you have to do is not use a crutch word or phrase. If you don't do that, you will have a job immediately.
Immediately.
Being on air.
Beonair.
.com.
Internet radio the way it should be.
With an attitude.
With an attitude.
It's rock and roll the way it should be.
Yeah.
I had to program the damn stations, I know.
Come on, man.
I did some extensive research when I was at the illustrious Ohio Center for Broadcasting about 4 years ago.
That's your crutch word. Illustrious.
Yeah. Illustrious. Actually, no, it was 5 years ago, right? 2012. I started. Yeah, close to 5 years ago that I started.
Oh, Jesus.
God,
It's been
that
4
is
years.
Jesus,
sick.
how long has it been for me? Does that mean 3?
Yeah, I graduated in October of 08.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. How's it make you feel about your life?
Oh, gosh.
Well, you graduated, what, summer of 08, right?
Yeah,
Spring
August of 08.
So I was only 2
When
months.
did I graduate? Does anybody know? Did I graduate in 09?
Yeah. You would have had to because
You-
we started working
March
at the
of
school in
09?
09, and you were one of my first
March
classes.
of 09.
You don't
I know
have your
I graduated in March.
Well,
certificate?
it would
No,
be-
hell no. I threw that thing away.
Then it would be
please.
March of 10 that you graduated.
March of
Exactly.
10.
March of 10.
Didn't she come in around 10?
No, if she graduated in March, it would have had to been 2010 because we were both working at the school in
Let me see.
2009.
My class has a Facebook group page.
Oh my God.
That nobody goes to.
Except
Because
you,
only
because
two
you know
people
that
in
they
your
have
entire
it.
class
Nobody
are
goes
working
there.
in the industry.
Yeah, me and that dude.
South Dakota.
Yep. You know, the other one ended up somewhere too.
South Dakota guy?
Which other one? Farm Boy?
The limperest one. Liberace.
Yeah.
Good weatherman, though, dude.
Yeah.
I'll bet.
He was fantastic at weather.
Is his name? Nah, I can't say. I was going to ask if he was working at a Cleveland local news station.
He interned at said Cleveland local news station with said producer, or with said weatherman.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, he did.
They used
I'm
to
not
pray-
talking about the
they-
weatherman. I'm talking about the reporter over there that's...
I don't know. All I know is that he said they used to pray before the forecast.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
He never told me that. Really? He prays before his forecast? Really?
Yep.
Yeah, to stay alive throughout the whole thing. God grant me the strength to get through this without a heart attack or stroke.
No. The other one.
Oh, oh, yeah, he looks like one of those guys that would do that.
Really?
Yeah.
He doesn't to me.
He came in to speak with us, or to my class, okay? And he brought his young, like maybe 8, 9-year-old son, and he had his son dressed up in like a 3-piece suit and stuff. So, what?
Okay, so I graduated in 2010 because someone posted in 2011 we graduated a year ago today.
See, there you go.
So I graduated in March of 2010.
That's exactly what I told you.
Wow.
So back in 2008, when I had graduated, I dug up a list of crutch terms and phrases to not use because I wanted to be successful in the radio business.
And it's paying off in dividends.
Yeah. You did a lot of research on this because not only did you come up with the list, but you came up with what it means if you use the word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a lot of work. So the story, let's see. It comes from theatlanticwire.com. And I believe that's the website for the Atlantic magazine,
Yeah.
which is, I don't know, some kind of political magazine or something. And
Ironically published in California.
they go around saying crutch words are those expressions that we pepper throughout our language as verbal pauses, sometimes as written ones to give us time to think, to accentuate our meaning, even though we do so mistakenly or just because these are the words that have somehow lodged in our brains and come out on our tongues. Okay. So they give us a list of crutch. They did extensive research also. This was science again. Did research to come up with these crutch words and to say what they actually mean. And I just used the first one.
Yes, you did.
The first one is actually. Now, it's weird that I looked this up back in 08 and they talk about Joe Biden using the word literally. Didn't know he was on the national level. I just must have known.
You're prophetic, dude.
So it says, actually, you may already know how we feel about actually. I've argued that it's worse than literally because it offers up sheer attitude in place of literally's intellectual pretensions.
It is literally with a slap in the face.
As opposed to actually? And he says actually is better than literally?
Oh. So they go through this. So imagine Biden replacing his literallys with actuallys. This is an example.
Okay.
I want to show you the character of a leader who had what it took when the American people literally stood on the brink of a new depression. Now, hear it this way. I want to show you the character of a leader who had what it took when the American people actually stood on the brink of a new depression.
Well, here's the problem.
Which is more annoying.
They're both. Each word means something different. Their definitions
When the
are
American
different.
people literally stood on the brink of a new depression.
They're interchangeable,
or the
but they
American
mean different
people
things.
actually stood on the brink of a new depression.
Yeah, like actually means like
They were actually
that they
standing
did it.
there.
It did in fact happen.
And they went to the brink and they looked down and they said, "This is a new era of depression."
It's factual, whereas literally is kind of more like
They were walking
Connotative.
around
Sure.
going, "We're on the brink of a."
And
new
connotative
age of
means that
depression."
never mind.
I still think literally sounds more pompous to me. Literally actually sounds more pompous to me.
Actually, they both literally sound pompous.
As it were is another one. As it were. If you use this, which he did above apparently, you're possibly worse than the literally dropper. You're the most self-aware of crutch word users because you know you're saying something rather cliched, a hackneyed expression, or at best an aging metaphor, and yet you're going forward with it anyway. The trick is that you're doing it with the acknowledgement that you already know exactly what you're doing. Thank you very much. You are the equivalent of the guy with a broken leg doing tricks on his crutches. It's a crutch word brag. You think that?
Yeah.
Is
as
that
it
factual?
were.
You think somebody knows that they have a crutch phrase, so they're trying to cover it up with as it were?
Or I think they're like, "Hey, I want a crutch phrase, so I'm going to come up with as it were. I'm going to use that one." Yeah, I think they know what they're doing when they use that one. Some of these, I don't think people realize that they're doing.
I think it's kind of how you talk, though, and kind of like what you've been brought up around. Like if you were raised in
Youngstown, Ohio, you hear it every other sentence.
Youngstown, Ohio.
As it were.
I was going to say very comparable to Youngstown, Ohio. Greenwich, Connecticut. It just seems like pompous-ass people in Greenwich, Connecticut would say, as it were, as opposed to the hard-working blue-collar men of Youngstown, Ohio.
Well, it's mostly because
Shout out
the
Youngstown.
hardworking blue-collar men of Youngstown, Ohio, can't think of what they want to say next. And they heard it on a newscast at one point because Cronkite said it, so it must have been good.
Right.
Basically, you like to cut to the yep, there we go.
Yeah.
You like to, I just turned into Spano. You like to cut to the chase, to synopsize, to bring things down to an old bottom line of what's really, truly important. You are always downsizing, cutting the clutter, throwing out a sweater for every new one you purchase. So
who does
basically, well, not you, because you wear the same socks for a week. This is what you do. You talk for a long time, maybe, and then you sum up what you really meant to say with a basically.
I think I do that.
Everything else was based. Yeah.
You do that.
Wow, I do. Because then I do. I talk for a long time and I say basically what I'm saying is.
Yeah.
And then I sum it up in one word.
I honestly chalk that up to you being from Jersey.
Yeah.
I think I do it more or less not to cut to the chase, because I'll do it also at times. Like here, when I'm talking about some long-winded story here, and then 20 minutes after I'm done saying the story, I'll cut it down to a basically, because I don't think there's people listening, and especially in the room,
Dude, there's never
that can
anybody listening to us.
understand what I said.
Right.
So I have to kind of sum it up for them. I don't want to. I have to.
That's basically right.
Man, there's a lot of these. I don't know if I want to go through them all. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll go through a couple more. I don't know if I want to. But we'll also have cool gangs in New York that we're going to talk about with some really sweet names.
And, dude, we have to do intern nickname at some point.
Intern nickname will do. Also, I found today 9 completely different opinions on how many sex partners women should have.
Oh, no.
You don't count.
And we're going to get the number this week.
Yeah,
from
right.
Girl finally. Because I got a roundabout from a mutual friend of ours.
Whoa! Oh, whoa. You got a roundabout?
We're going to take a short break. You're listening to Project X.
Language.
Okay, he was PMSing.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 $10 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. If you live the lifestyle, then you should arrive in style. Lifestyle Limousine Service. Whether it's dinner for two, an evening at the winery, or a night out on the town, Lifestyle Limousine provides extraordinary service. Check them out on the web, lifestylelimousineservice.com. Reserve your ride now. 330-903-0508. 330-903-0508. Lifestyle Limousine Service. And make sure you tell them Morning Show Central Radio Network sent you. Cocaine Energy Supplement. Due to great consumer demand, Redux Beverages has officially announced the return of its world-famous Cocaine Energy Supplement. It's now available at retail locations across the country, as well as online at ReduxDirect.com. That's ReduxDirect.com. Don't forget to be part of the all-new Cocaine Energy Supplement social network, where you can meet other Cocaine Energy Supplement fans from around the world. Cocaine Energy Supplement. You can become a member. By logging on to lovecocaine.com. Pete 99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating. Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers. That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999, P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider. Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee, no questions asked. For more information, go to P99.com. P99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence with honest and expert customer service. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right.
Hi, this is Von Erich. If you've missed a show, check out our new website, everythinginbetweenradioshow.com, and check out all the past archives, guest interviews, and all the great music that we have for you. And also check out the main website, morningshowcentral.com.
Rise above the clutter, brand your identity, and make a statement. Broken Fan Media. Expert video production, television and web commercials, music video, real estate tours, live concerts and events, state-of-the-art post-production, video and audio editing. Check us out on the web at brokenfanmedia.com. 434-944-0472. Broken Fan Media. The next generation of sight and sound.
Having problems with your home computer or business PC? Looking to have some upgrade work completed on your computer? Have a special project in mind that may be too much for you to undertake alone? Time to call
Joe, the printer guy!
Joe the Printer Guy offers a full-service hardware and software repair center at his facility to handle your PC, server, and networking needs. Let their professional service staff handle your computer needs. They offer expert service at an affordable price. Visit Joe the Printer Guy at 14035 Madison Avenue, Lakewood, Ohio. Online, joetheprinterguy.com, or give him a call at 216-651-3880. Joe the Printer Guy. If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com. You're listening to MSC Radio Network, and like anything else on the internet, it runs on computers. Lots of computers. And you know, when you're dealing with computers, computers, hard drives sometimes crash. That happened here at MSC. And you know what saved them? Rectiphy backup software. Don't believe us? Well, ask yourself this question. Are you backed up? Probably not. So don't be that guy and wait till it's too late. MSC did their research and tried tons of different backup programs and chose Rectiphy backup software. You know, peace of mind is priceless, and Rectiphy can give you and your computer system that peace of mind. Find out more at rectify.com. That's RECTIPHY.com. User-friendly and ready to serve. MorningShowCentral.com. Check out Uncensored Net Noise every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here. Uncensored Net Noise on MorningShowCentral.com.
Even if you don't think we're funny, we still do. Project X.
You know, there, get to the website, projectxshow.com, project spelled with a K.
Not with a C.
Backwards if you can.
Because we're awesome retarded.
Also, if you want to call 888-668-0742, toll free worldwide, before we get back to a couple crutch phrases, because I would like to talk about the ones that I hear us use instead of ones, like, as it were.
I was trying to think about that. Which ones do we use?
I think we'll figure it out. We'll go on a journey.
Okay.
Fort Walton Beach, Florida?
Why not?
I think. The Emerald Coast. NFW Daily News. What's NFW?
NWF.
NWF, I mean.
Northwest Florida.
Northwest Florida
Yeah.
Daily News. So, Fort Walton Beach, Florida. A lawman. Now, see, I don't like this. I don't like this already. This is, okay, Florida, we always get our 90% of the time, we get our Idiot of the Week nominees from Florida. Especially because I don't know what girl goes to, but I know the one site that we go to get these. They have a whole. It's all basically stupid people and stupid and dumb things that are happening in the world and whatever.
Not me.
And yeah, not you anymore. And they have a whole like there's a section that they have entitled "Dumbass," but they have a whole section for just Florida.
You know why? I actually read a study on this, and I'll tell you after you finish.
Okay. So first of all, and this is how it starts. Again, this is the NWF Daily News. So this is some news outlet, some kind of news outlet, media news outlet. And this is how they type their story. The first two words of their story, a lawman. Now, if you're talking about a lawman, wouldn't it be a lawman, M-A-N? Not here. This is a lawman, E-N. So a multiple lawman intercepted a 17-year-old who witnesses say was breaking into cars in a Fort Walton Beach neighborhood and charged him with burglary. On August 26th, Fort Walton Beach police officer was called to a Rue de la Roy address by a woman who said she saw somebody wearing a hooded sweatshirt and shorts inside her vehicle. Trayvon Zombie. At that moment, a suspect matching the description approached on a bicycle and the officer stopped him. The teen told the officer he was just riding around. He denied having anything illegal on him, and he told the officer he could search him. The officer found a flashlight, 4 different prescription pill bottles belonging to 4 different owners, a mag flashlight, which, if you don't know, those are very heavy-duty flashlights.
Okay.
Used to, like, smash
I was
things.
going to say, like, you can beat people with them.
Yeah, it's the stuff that the lawmen carry.
Right.
A medicine bottle containing $4 in change.
Okay. Well, you need those.
And 6 large coin military-style medals. The officer asked the teen whom the pills belonged to, and the teen said he didn't remember which items came from which vehicle. He said he'd been burglarizing vehicles all night. He added the bicycle he was riding was also stolen. The teen was charged with burglary to an unoccupied conveyance and released to the custody of his mother. His court date is September 18th.
Can I say that real quick?
Yep.
I'm going to try to peg this down for you. Emerald Coast. Yeah, it's Florida.
Okay. So you said you read a study somewhere.
Yeah. There was a woman. There was a news reporter that said, why is it that you see so many stupid news stories come out of Florida? She can't peg down why, But from all the news stories that she's collected, 33% come from Florida of just strange news stories. There's no explanation why, but for some reason, 33% of all the strange news stories that happen in the world come out of Florida.
It is odd. It's really odd. I mean,
Now, you could peg it on something as easy, and I would, like not knowing if I haven't been doing this for as long as I've been doing it and seeing all the stories from Florida that I've seen. Like, okay, Florida is where, I don't have the exact number, but probably the majority of our nation's at least middle to middle upper class seniors retire.
There's a lot.
Okay.
Right.
So you could blame it on senior citizens being senile or just old and crotchety and whatever else, you know.
There's money, there's nice weather, a lot of tourists.
well, there's money, but then there's not money.
A lot of immigrants.
Yeah.
And that's
a lot of people to take advantage of.
You got a lot of white trash there too.
Well,
though.
and that's the thing I was going to say.
exactly
The
it.
majority
That's-
of the stories that I see that are just completely off the wall are like 90% white trash.
Yeah.
It's complete white trash
That
idiots.
would be the Panhandle.
Yes.
Down around the Everglades and the swamps.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And they go with traveling.
BF Jesus lives down there.
Case made.
He lives down in Naples, which I knew nothing about Naples, Florida, until he moved down there, and that's actually, oh, I did it. There's
Is it actually or
is on that
literally?
list.
it's actually a really well-to-do community, according to him. I didn't know that. But there's been a lot of stories coming out of Naples, Florida, like the one that we just read. So who knows? Congratulations, Florida. You win. All right. So let's talk about some of the ones that I think we use, or at least I know that I use. There's basically is on here, in a weird ways on here.
You. A lot.
Also, or any guttural noise you might make as your brain clicks. Now, before
the bane of former education director and former placement director.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you want to drive him nuts? Did it 3 times in my impromptu speech just to see his head turn bright fucking red.
And before I continue reading this, I had a run-in with the word the other day. I was driving, and Chris and I were texting back and forth, and
Which is always smart.
Sure, but I don't text. I do on my phone. I have the talk to text.
Mm-hmm.
So I put the phone up to my mouth and I say what I want to say, and my phone's actually really, really accurate.
So is mine.
Like my old phone used to be complete crap. I would say, "Hello, girl. How are you doing today?"
Mm-hmm.
And it would be, "Alien sauce is blue Friday."
Right.
Like not even close. This one, I've maybe had 3 incidents that were very minor, and it would be like it couldn't differentiate between their EI and their ERE.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, whatever. So I got to go in and change that. I'm okay with that. Well, I guess I had my radio turned up a little too high when I was doing this to him the one day, and I sent him one, and then I guess my
there it is.
My thing was still turned on, and as it was turned on, it was reading and being typed into my phone a commercial for Bravada for men.
Oh.
On the sports talk radio station that I listen to.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just went ahead and sent it. It was like this 3-page text before I realized what was happening. I'm like, whatever, it's cool. I'm gonna send this because it's kind of funny. So then I become a 5-year-old kid with technology, and I start trying to growl and like just make noises into my phone and growl into my phone. So I make different. I heard that.
Yeah.
So I'll have my phone to my face and I'll be like, "Arr," and I'll do stuff like that. It doesn't do any. All it comes up is or or depending on what kind of growl and guttural noise I was making. Is
that the text?
This is the text I sent to Chris.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I don't know. Am I supposed to do something?
No, yeah, read it.
Oh, okay. Well, don't you guys click it over here or something like that?
Well, if you're gonna read it, they don't need to see
Okay.
it.
So you sent.
I'll flip it.
Okay.
Supply an absolutely free call now 1-800-705 to stop paying for expenses mail enhancement creek. Call
No. You gotta. It starts up higher.
I absolutely free call talk free. Now I can't really read that. Number
Scroll.
now.
Use the scroll to make it bigger.
Call toll-free number.
I still Bravada because each canceled I will see you in the bedroom and even more satisfying experience. Supply an absolutely free call now 1-800-705. To stop paying for expenses, mail enhancement creep. Call 1-800-405-27052. Sports talk to you by the new Kia op. Tama. Performance Technology, Northern Ohio, K Retailers, or go to cleveland.com. Wow.
And actually made the link for cleveland.com.
Wow.
So that's what I do when I'm driving to work. Regardless.
There it is.
That's hysterical.
Last one, bro.
Or any guttural noise you might make as your brain clicks into gear and onto an actual word. You are not very good at giving speeches, and listening to you can be painful, but that doesn't mean you're not a nice person.
You know what's even more painful than that? Somebody that stutters until they find the right word.
I know a guy like that.
I know someone who's on the air that does that. They have a job on air.
At the end of the day, I don't think any of us use now like.
Like, oh my God, and then
Now, see,
he
that's
was
kind of ridiculous to me,
like,
because I'm going to tell you what.
Oh my God, and I was like, oh my God, and he was like, yeah,
And I'm like,
I
shut
was like,
the
oh my God.
hell up.
Yep.
And that's what they say.
You
They
talk
say,
enough.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. MSC Radio.
Oh, I miss her.
MSC Radio.
I miss her so much.
For MSC.
Why? She bagged on you every opportunity she got.
You know why? That's why I liked her. Girlfriend was not afraid. Girlfriend was not afraid
She
to
goes
step to
again.
me.
I wouldn't be if I were her either. She had a slight advantage.
I gotta like invite her out one night.
I
Good
don't.
luck. She's out of state.
Yeah, she's like moving or something.
Yeah, you
I
better
know,
hurry.
It's sad. I know it's sad. She's leaving me.
now, like this guy writes, he says, you're a teenage girl who smacks her gum a lot while talking, and like, oh my God. Actually, he says OMG, which doesn't make him any better. Can you believe you said that? Like, yes, you did. See, blah, 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 just like girl was doing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
There it is.
I don't think you can say that, though, because we grew up, maybe not you so much, because you're a little older, but we grew up with people just talking like that.
Yeah, I mean that was how you talk.
Like, I didn't grow up in the Valley in California.
You actually
I
just did
grew
it.
up, right. I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio. And that's how kids talk. That's just how we talk. My dad used to get pissed
Oh, my dad hated it.
when I would say like. What do you mean like? Is it like this or is it
Yeah.
actually this?
That's what my stepmother would say. Can you just say one sentence without using the word like? And I would just stand there and go,
I
hate you. So like,
I equate it to, I almost got in trouble with our new intern when we first started, before we went on the air. I was talking about my old, who might be my new black friend, Daryl again, and how he would used to trap me. But I actually think he meant it, where he was like, I don't care if you say the N-word around me.
Just did it again.
But not N-word ER, N-word A. Like if I was like, hey, it's my ninja Daryl, you know? Didn't say my ninja Daryl, said my ninja Daryl. And I'm just like, no, dude, I don't feel right saying that. And I feel that even if I do, you're just going to shoot me and it's just a trap to kill me. So I never did. And then, you know, he says that it matters to him, but it's like that group.
Did it again.
No, I'm saying it's like that group of people.
Okay.
What am I gonna say? It is that group of people? No, it's like that group of people who grow up just saying the N word to each other. Hey, what's up, my Enna? You know? They just throw it around like it's nothing.
That is the whitest form of that phrase I've ever heard.
Just tune in on Saturday.
Or again, they throw it around like it's nothing. That's they grew up around that. I'm sure they're not saying it knowingly. I'm not sure they're trying. It just comes out. Here we go.
There
again.
we go.
here we go.
School him, dude.
Here we go. You know what? Can we put him, Chris? Can we put him on a mic?
Get him on a mic. We're gonna use
Yeah.
him anyway.
Put him next to J5.
Okay.
Apparently, that mic's just for show.
No, this one.
This one.
Yeah.
That one's just for show.
I'm girl. He's J5.
It's hard to tell looking.
No, apparently.
Okay, I'm gonna school you on this.
I already like this.
Okay, so we say it to each other because it's a term of endearment. We take the sting out of it from the past. Now, if I was your friend and we were friends for years, you being white, I wouldn't really care if you said it in
That's the trap Daryl would try to get me into.
Yeah, I don't believe
it's
this.
a term of endearment way. Like
I don't believe
we're,
this.
We're friends, but at the same time, that's me and you being friends. Now, if I take you with me in another environment, the dudes around me might feel a whole nother way.
So,
Well, luckily,
in the
me-
privacy of your own home, in the right
Exactly,
situation, it might be
If
acceptable.
we're friends and we're close, and I know that ain't no malice to that word that you're saying it to me, and I know you mean it as a term of endearment, then it probably may be okay. And that's probably what your friend meant. Because
Sure.
you means it as a term of endearment instead of the, bite the curb way.
Sure. which I understand and I get it. I still wouldn't feel right saying it regardless. Like just for it to come out of my mouth toward him like that, I'd just be like, hey, what's up, dude? Instead of saying the other thing.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, okay, like, so you understand why you guys say it to each other.
Right.
But in every black family in America, when a kid can start talking, do the parents teach the word to the kid and be like, hey, you can say it like this, kid,
my parents-
and here's the historical reason behind it?
My parents hate it.
Or do you think that there's just a group of kids that grow up, they just hear their other dudes
It's a
using
generation
it?
thing because my parents
Yeah,
hate it.
I was gonna say
Like
Like
the
the
like
word,
thing.
like.
I've noticed it myself. How old are you, man?
I'm 31.
All right, well, see, we're in the same age group. I noticed that with our age group, it's starting to be a little bit less.
Yeah.
But I know, like I got cousins that are 16, 17 years old.
They
And
throw
to
that word
hear-
around.
To hear them with their friends, you'd swear to God that it was just another adjective.
And to me,
Yeah, it's getting weird.
the word like might sound annoying, like I'm me saying like or girl saying like. That might sound annoying to other people because
It does. I hate it.
like my dad used to say to me, is it like this or is it that? It's annoying to me to hear young black dudes throwing the N-word around to each other because they say it almost more than I say like in a sentence. Like they can't just say, hey, what's up, my dude? They have to say, dude, what's up, my dude? Did you see that dude the other day?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Chill out. We get it. You're a young, tough black man. We understand.
I mean, I was
It's
always
cool.
told never under any circumstances, ever.
It got a sting behind it. That's all.
Yeah.
It's our fault. It's our parents. So it's cool. It ain't y'all fault. Blame them. That's why y'all can't say it. But if you want to start a riot, probably say it.
Hey, man, my family wasn't over here yet.
So if my
And they were still in Jersey.
It's even worse. You're
No.
acting like they didn't even live in America and had nothing to
They
do with it.
didn't. Not fit. No, not when the civil rights was going on. No.
Well, you're guilty by association.
Yeah, see, exactly. That's how I feel.
You can't help it. Your wife.
But she's also black by injection, so does that
No insertion.
same thing?
That's cool too.
See?
What about?
So is that a gray
You
area?
may get away with it during insertion.
You could totally say it whenever you want. Just let me stick it in you first.
Oh, wow. I got to try that. All right. Get on that tonight, actually.
You think that's...
216-299.
Oh, so while we have you here real quick, I want to find out this also. Maybe you don't do it since you're a little older. We were throwing around ideas about when we do your segment, when we actually start it, questions that we want you to school us on, because we're going to give you a topic that maybe we don't understand in the black community.
I'll be glad to.
And then okay, well, I'm going to kind of start today because I don't want to wait.
Cool.
And it's because I was I work at multiple stores in multiple areas and in and around the city, and I was at a store in Shaker the other day, and there was a person who actually works at that store who was outside on a break, and I was coming out and I had a cigarette before I got in my car, and as we're standing there talking, about 2 or 3 maybe late teen, early 20 black dudes come walking by us, and 2 of them are talking to each other, and the one is just off in his own world rapping. No headphones on, no, just rapping.
Right.
Now, I don't know if he's freestyling or if he's singing an actual song because I don't really listen to rap post 1994.
Right.
Um,
No, I hate that. I know what you're talking about.
So I asked her, you know, she's a black female. I asked her, I said, let me ask you a question. I am a white dude. I like to consider myself still a little younger, even though I'm pushing 30. And I really enjoy punk rock music.
Right.
I can't think of a time in my life where I was anywhere outside in public or even my own house, maybe the shower, just walking around with no headphones and no motivation just to be singing punk rock songs. I don't really see dudes. I was on Labor Day last Monday. Me and my wife and our daughter went to the Geauga County Fair. There's a lot of good old boys down there.
I didn't see one of those good old boys walking around unmotivated, just belting out some country tunes. So I asked her, I don't see it anywhere else. I only see young black dudes everywhere I'm at, whether it's a store, whether it's a restaurant, whether it's out on the street. If I see 10 young black dudes where I'm at, there's at least 1 to 2 of them that I'm going to see rapping for no reason. And I want to know why.
Because he's psycho. That's just it. And the young dudes are crazy for one. And I don't know. I mean, actually in hip hop, it's a lot of hip hop that relates to everything in life that you can do. So sometimes I'm guilty of doing it, but I don't yell it to the top of my lungs.
Sure.
It just made me a song I like, and I'm just rapping to myself, like, you know.
Sure.
But you get some dudes that just get outrageous with it, and
walking through Walmart, and I can't even hear the loudspeaker over this dude.
they just need attention.
Because, I guess.
That's what it is. They just need attention.
So do Irish guys, because we were known to start belting out Danny Boy in the middle of nowhere.
Because I always thought in my head, like, before I found out that they're just psycho, that they were, because Cleveland, in case you didn't know, is filled with underground rappers.
Yeah.
There's everybody in this city that they don't even have to be black. Everybody in this city that's urban or lives in an urban area and can talk is a rapper.
And most of them suck.
Sure. Knowing that, I figure when I hear this, these guys just want to A, flaunt that they're a rapper, even though in 10 years they've had 1 show at the Fantasy. Or B, they think somebody's going to hear them and sign them. Like, walking around Walmart just rapping. There's going to be some music exec in Walmart buying a t-shirt, and he's going to hear my raps, and I'm going to get signed. So okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it.
By the way, comment on our Facebook page.
Anytime.
Definitely an urban style show tonight. I said, well, we're heading in a new
Project X,
direction.
token black man.
We used to have 2.
Right here.
Yeah, and they used to do Project Malcolm.
Project Malcolm X.
Yeah, this time y'all not getting rid of me.
We never willingly got rid of any of the other ones either.
Skin tough as leather.
There was one that I was glad to see go.
Toby?
Dexter. Dexter creeped me out, dude.
Oh, yeah, because Dexter would show up. We were doing a show, okay, in the old studio, the way it was set up was it was just a long room. There was one way in, well, there was 2 ways in and 2 ways out, but the one way in and out was in an alley that was constantly gated and locked. So really only one way in and one way out. And we're standing in the middle of this long room, kind of set up like a small bar, long room. And we're standing there and we're doing a show and we can see the storefront window and the door leading in. We can see everything around us. Nobody's in except for us and the intern at the time and Chris and whoever else. Next thing we know, we get done with a segment, we take off our headphones. Somebody says a word from the darkness in the back of the room. And it's our old intern Dexter, who somehow got in the room without us seeing while we were doing it and just started talking. That guy was creepy.
Yep.
Yeah,
But I got one. Can you explain something to me? Okay. Now, I just did an intern at a heavy metal concert.
Okay.
All right. Now, the music was great. The guitar, the drums, it was sweet. It sounded nice.
Okay.
I was all for it until he started yelling in the microphone. The whole song was yelling and screaming to the top of their lungs.
I can answer this, actually.
I don't know. I couldn't understand a word he said or nothing.
Yeah,
so
you two got to be on this. I can't stand it either.
What is that about? That's all I want.
Go ahead. You can go first.
All right. In my personal experience, having been that guy, it's because you can't hear yourself otherwise.
Okay.
Because if you think it's loud where you're at,
Right.
it's 4 times as loud in front of that microphone. A. B. It's our version of rap.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we'll put it that way. Cool. I've had a hard time at points understanding what is being said in a rap song, but I can understand every lyric to every metal song I've ever heard in my life.
And it's like the other way around with me.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is here, it also there's certain bands and certain genres is the way certain bands are, because there's a type of I don't like death metal, and I don't like what I call Cookie Monster metal, which is where the lead singer sings like this all the time.
Death Clock.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that was
Although I do
really
like Death
good.
Clock.
That's what I was talking about, like the Cookie Monster.
No, that's just good music, bad.
At a certain time, if you're going to do a growl or something, I get it. The whole song, a whole album, a whole career, not that into. But it also, you need to think about what they're saying in their lyrics and the message that they're trying to convey. You know,
I was trying to understand. I couldn't hear it.
a lot of these guys, despite their looks, are very emotional guys and are very emotional with their writing.
and the words that they sing. But if you have a band like Pantera and Phil Anselmo is trying to tell people, step up to me, I want to fight you, and I'm going to walk all over you and stuff like that, you can't really turn into Marvin Gaye. You got to say that with some sort of anger to express the feeling that you had when you were writing it. And they made a whole genre of that.
Then you got guys like James Hetfield and Dave Mustaine who do it just because they think it sounds cool.
Thanks for clearing that up.
Yep.
See, we helped each other learn today. That was nice. The more you know.
Only in America.
It just took us 200 years. Seriously is on here. Honestly is on here. Always and never are both on here. Apparently, literally is on here again. Or did he never even give us a breakdown of literally? No, he just told us Biden said it.
Yeah.
Which I listen to every word Biden says anyway. I hang on to every word that guy says.
You have to.
I lie.
Who was Biden?
Exactly. That's your boy's mans in them.
I don't know him, sir.
I'm going to tell you what, I'm only doing it because we have to go to a break in like 3 seconds, and we're not going to talk about it the rest of the show at all. But watching the Republican National Convention and as many lies and untruths came out of that Ryan guy's mouth, I really liked watching him talk instead of just seeing old deadbeat rich American guy and that guy be fired up.
You know what,
He's
though?
hot.
He has big ears.
He's hot.
The highlight of that was still Clint Eastwood's empty chair speech.
What was that? I don't even care. I don't want to talk about it. You listen to Project X.
Oh, great. Not another Farmville request. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/Morning Show Central. Denying one Farmville request at a time. Call the show toll free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on morningshowcentral.com. If you live the lifestyle, then you should arrive in style. Lifestyle Limousine Service. Whether it's dinner for two, an evening at the winery, or a night out on the town, Lifestyle Limousine provides extraordinary service. Check them out on the web, lifestylelimousineservice.com. Reserve your ride now. 330-903-0508. 330-903-0508. Lifestyle Limousine Service. And make sure you tell them Morning Show Central Radio Network sent you. Cocaine Energy Supplement. Due to great consumer demand, Redux Beverages has officially announced the return of its world-famous Cocaine Energy Supplement. It's now available at retail locations across the country, as well as online at ReduxDirect.com. That's ReduxDirect.com. Don't forget to be part of the all-new Cocaine Energy Supplement social network, where you can meet other Cocaine Energy Supplement fans from around the world. Cocaine Energy Supplement. You can become a member. By logging on to lovecocaine.com. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating. Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers. That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999, P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider. Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee, no questions asked. For more information, go to P99.com. P99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence with honest and expert customer service. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right.
Rise above the clutter, brand your identity, and make a statement. Broken Fan Media. Expert video production, television and web commercials, music video, real estate tours, live concerts and events, state-of-the-art post-production, video and audio editing. Check us out on the web at brokenfanmedia.com. 434-944-0472. Broken Fan Media. The next generation of sight and sound.
Having problems with your home computer or business PC? Looking to have some upgrade work completed on your computer? Have a special project in mind that may be too much for you to undertake alone? Time to call
Joe, the printer guy!
Joe the Printer Guy offers a full-service hardware and software repair center at his facility to handle your PC, server, and networking needs. Let their professional service staff handle your computer needs. They offer expert service at an affordable price. Visit Joe the Printer Guy at 14035 Madison Avenue, Lakewood, Ohio. Online, joetheprinterguy.com, or give him a call at 216-651-3880. Joe the Printer Guy. If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com. You're listening to MSC Radio Network, and like anything else on the internet, it runs on computers. Lots of computers. And you know, when you're dealing with computers, hard drives sometimes crash. That happened here at MSC, and you know what saved them? Rectiphy backup software. Don't believe us? Well, ask yourself this question. Are you backed up? Probably not. So don't be that guy and wait till it's too late. MSC did their research and tried tons of different backup programs and chose Rectiphy backup software. You know, peace of mind is priceless, and Rectiphy can give you and your computer system that peace of mind. Find out more at rectiphy.com. That's RECTIPHY.com. Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now.
We now return to the show that's better than 2 hours with a hooker. Well, better priced at least. Project X.
Project X.
It's funny, I was talking about earlier how I listen to the local FM sports talk show. And there's, or station I should say, and there's a guy who used to be on this show. Used to be a producer of sorts on this show, who works over there now as a producer. And a lot of the times you can hear him and his goofy laugh in the background if the hosts say something funny. But if you can't hear that, you always know, because he like semi-regularly produces a show, but then like he hops around a lot and covers for certain people on certain shows. So you never really know which show he's going to be on if he doesn't tell you, or unless you hear his goofy laugh in the background. But when they go to or come out of breaks, you can easily tell who's producing, because I hear a lot of familiar beds.
Mm-hmm.
Do some work, son.
And call me, because I need your help with something.
If you're not right there, get to the website, projectxshow.com, project spelled with a K.
Not with a C.
Backwards if you can.
Because we're awesome retarded. Someone in the chat room says my mic is really loud. Is it just me, or is my mic
No, that's
really
just
loud?
her. Don't worry about it.
Sorry.
How many people are in the
Lindsay is in the chat.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hey, Lindsay.
Also, if you're not already there, get to the website. I already did that. Call the show. 888-668-0742, toll-free worldwide. If you cannot sit in front of a computer for 2 hours, but you still want to listen to us, and quite frankly, why wouldn't you want to? There's an app. It works on every smartphone. It's called TuneIn Radio. It's free. Download the app. Takes up minimal space on your phone. Also, your phone's crappy if you got to worry about space anyway these days.
I know. Just get a new one.
Get a new one. Tune in radio, search MSC Radio Network after you download it and open it, and you can hear us live on Tuesday nights from 7 to 9. And if you miss any part of the show, there's another app, free, works on all smartphones, called Stitcher. Download that for free, minimal space. Search Project X Show, and hear our podcast from the previous week. What's so funny in there?
We had some other people in the chat earlier, and they were being really funny. I'm sorry, guys. I pushed the chat down because no one was in there, and
they all left because you weren't responding.
I missed all these comments that are
who
really
were they?
funny. Someone named Bill Maz. Talking about when Otter was talking about how you don't see guys busting out doing punk rock songs. He said, "Come on, Otter, when you drink enough, you sing punk rock for no reason."
Oh, we know who Bill is.
We know who Bill is. That was one incident
And
at a sing-along. It wasn't just me. It was a sing-along.
And Lindsay talking about whether or not I can use the N-word due to my extracurricular activities. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That wasn't Lindsay. That was Bill again. Said, but if a white guy awkwardly jams it into a black girl, does he got to say it or can he just say cracker?
But see, I mean, the black girls do say it, but it's the black guys that say it more.
They say, and they say it to the black guys.
Maybe if they jam it into a black guy, or if they let a black guy
here we
jam
go
it into
again.
I'm gonna kill this myth, okay? Black people do not use cracker as a racial term towards white.
See, okay.
Thank you.
One last one.
Thank you.
Yes, you do.
No.
It don't mean nothing. My white friend told me he don't even know what it means. It don't affect him or nothing.
See, I know where the term came from, so I know for a fact it doesn't get used because it directly relates to
Does it
the
have
word
to do
that
with
we don't
cracking?
say.
Does it have to do with cracking the whip?
Yes.
Is that what it has to
That's
do with?
exactly what it has to do with.
Oh.
So I know they don't say it. Now, I've been called cornbread more than enough times.
What
I don't
is-
get that.
What is the
but-
one? What's the one? There has to be one.
I got white friends, and they told me.
That is the hold on. That is the only time we've ever had somebody flip that card over. It's okay because I got white friends.
I can say it. I got white friend. Well, he told me that he has been called white boy.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
Like, because I just said it. Like,
I've
you
got-
white boy.
Right. I mean,
Like, I was like, we gonna call you white man or what?
I've heard white boy. I've heard honky. I've gotten honky a lot.
I don't think I've ever been called a racial slur.
I've gotten peckerwood a lot too.
I think you have to. I guess you have to imagine though, like our main racial slur toward black people is has a sting to them because of the connotation to the past. They really never did anything to us that like nothing they say can affect us because we weren't slaving away in a cotton field getting lashed on the back all day long.
I mean, I've been called a white bee, but I mean, everyone calls me that. So if a black girl calls me that, I'm just like, I know, honey. I know.
And that has to piss you off, right?
Right?
Because like we know how to push your button and what to say. All we gotta say is one word to set you off. You say anything to us, we're like, what?
It really don't push my buttons. I go for the juggle. I get personal.
I guess that's the way to do it.
I go deeper than the race. I go to personal character. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying?
There's a PSA for black people out there who don't know how to attack white people verbally. Just go after them personally. Talk about their families.
Right. Or how much they suck.
Insult non-menthol cigarettes. That'll get them.
Music. That's good. Talk about the music.
We have, getting off the race card for a second, and it probably will be brought up because we're talking about sex with girl, so I'm sure it'll come back.
Oh, it will.
This is from BuzzFeed.com. Just so you know, girl.
Did you catch that?
Yeah.
Anna North from the BuzzFeed staff. She wrote an article entitled 9 Completely Different Opinions on How Many Sex Partners Women Should Have. And I don't know. Did you read through this? I found this, didn't I? So you didn't read through this.
I found it.
Oh, you found this one?
And I did read through it.
So I'm saying in the article, does it say like who came up with these numbers?
Yes.
Okay, so the first one is 10.
And it's from the cheating website seekingarrangement.com. They posed the question on their website.
And most of their users said 10.
My advice to any girl is don't tell, particularly if your figure is above 10. Your number is above 10.
Oh, okay.
Most guys, yeah. Most guys will think worse of you. Duh.
I don't know.
I mean, come on.
Depends how long you've been sexually active for.
Does
if you're 40 years old, 45 years old, you've been single your whole life, and your number's 10.
What
if you're
does
in your
that mean?
30s,
So
your
what does that
number's
mean?
10.
So if a 40-year-old woman tells you she's been sexually active since she was 16,
Okay.
and she says she only has 10 sexual partners, what does that mean to
That's
you?
one every 2.4 years. That's what that means.
It means to me that that's a type bitch.
Okay.
It
So,
also
right.
means that nobody can stand to be around here long enough to actually better.
Which means
If I'm trying
also
to bet a 45-year-old woman,
that
I don't
if
want
you're
to know.
that if you're talking to a 25-year-old chick and she's got 10 sexual partners and she's been sexually active since she was 16, that means she's a slut.
I mean, I don't know. It differs on opinion.
But what
I
does
think,
it mean
I
if a
think length of
guy?
time, though,
What does it mean if a 25-year-old guy who has been having sex since he was 15 or 16 has had 10 sexual partners?
Means-
Does that mean he's a slut?
No,
he's
but
got
he-
some catching up to do.
See what I'm
Lot of
saying?
catching up to do.
Which is why I will never tell my number.
Well,
see, but that's the thing.
we'll get to that. Now, when AskMen.com
I
surveyed...
think she's a 10, dude, because...
Oh, no. We'll get to that. When AskMen.com surveyed their male readers on how many sex partners made a woman promiscuous, the most popular answer was 5, but that was the lowest number available. It's possible that given the choice, guys would have chosen even lower. I think this all predicates on length of time, dude. Because again, if a girl comes up to
It
me
also-
in her late 20s and it's 5 and she hasn't been in a committed relationship,
It
you know,
also depends on who is going to answer these questions. And so far, you've named 2 websites.
So how
and you
many?
can pick out the type of people that visit these specific websites.
Okay. So for how many years, Otter, do you think is appropriate? Do you think one a year, one every other year?
for a chick,
Yeah.
I don't think a chick should be doing, depending on her lifestyle, more than 3 different dudes in a year. And I think that's being generous. Now, you know, I'm that's me.
Why are you looking at me like that,
You know,
25?
because I'm thinking, okay, now the average girl that I know of, the last time this came out, was the average girl lost her virginity around 16, 17 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing your personal background, I'm betting on like 13.
No. I was 16. I mean, I'll talk about that. 16.
Okay, and you're 26 now?
No, I just turned 29.
20. Oh, there you go. Okay, 29 is 13. So we figure even at 1 a year, we're at 13. Using Otter's formula, we're at 29. Or at 39. Yeah. So split the difference. We'll say 26. Be nice that you're not a complete and total whore. We'll say 24. Allowing for.
Yeah, no, granted, when I said my number, I
Allowing
wasn't
for,
saying.
okay, let's allow
Go
for
ahead.
2 3-year committed relationships where I only cheated on one of them.
But how many times did you cheat?
How many times or with how many people?
My thing wasn't an average. I wasn't saying a girl should sleep with 3 guys a year every year that she's not in a committed relationship.
Right.
I'm saying like the most in a year that would be acceptable. I'm not saying go out and do it every year. If there's a year where you don't do it at all, whatever. I'm not saying do 3 every year because that would be maybe kind of slutty once you got up there in age.
Yeah.
Now, at the time, I can say this on my own part. When I was 13 to 25, it was a much different story. At age 25, I started to grow up a little bit. Now, as a 32-year-old, I would say 3 for a guy in a year is more than enough for a guy.
I can't say.
After a certain age, after a certain
After a
age,
certain age.
I think there's more to life and there's more to focus on. And I'm not saying that, if it is, 1 every 2 weeks, then good on you, right? But at the same time, I think that guys in my age group, especially, we'll say 28 to 35, are the ones that are starting to grow up, have families,
You start to slow
look
down.
at career
now.
and everything else, and all of that is really more important. And I tend to look at guys in my age group that are, we'll say promiscuous because it's a good word, as kind of sad and pathetic.
I think it's all predicated on lifestyle, and again, it's what you want out of life. You want the family. It's what I want out of life. I want the family now. There's plenty of dudes out there, dudes with money that can afford to do it, by the way. Wall Street execs, lawyers, slick guys in their 40s that they don't want to be married. They still just want to go out and have fun. And you know what? Good on you if you want to. I don't want to do that anymore. But if you want to, that's cool. I'm not gonna judge you. But
you're gonna judge a woman though.
Absolutely, they're whores.
Right. Absolutely.
I wouldn't. But again,
Here's a
we
number.
know my personal.
You're not gonna
thoughts
do
on
the
it.
next number, are you? Because that's kind of stupid.
Here's a number. 20.
All right.
That's how many men Anna Faris's character and
See, it's
what's
from
your
a character
number?
in a movie.
Yeah, had slept with it. Do you guys remember when this movie came out?
No.
Nope.
What's your number? So the legend goes for us ladies is that if you sleep with 20 men and you haven't gotten married, you're never gonna get married.
She punched that card at 19.
So, in this movie, she's at 19, so she goes back and tries to sleep with all of her exes because she's afraid that one of her exes was really the love of her life. She missed him somewhere along the way, didn't realize it.
Stupidest idea I've ever
One
heard
that got
about for a
away
movie.
type deal.
Second.
I didn't see the movie, but that's what the movie's about.
Here's the funny thing is that they put these two numbers together because my source, a mutual friend of mine and girls, when I asked this source the number, this source gave me from stories and talks that they had as friends that girl's number was between 20 and 30, which is the next number.
She asked. I've been doing some math again. So she asked, accounting for her relationships and everything else. I would say squarely in the range of 22 to 26.
Oh, you want to break it down even further? See, I didn't even get those numbers. But yeah, we can apply science to it. If we want to call up science and have him weigh in on it, we could probably get the exact number within 10 minutes. Last year, blogger Naked with Socks On said that there's no universal answer to how many men a woman should sleep with. Then he added, if a woman is in her mid-20s and has already slept with 30 plus partners, I'm definitely going to give her the side eye. And I gotta say, that's kind of true.
Yeah, but women get judged. You wouldn't judge a guy for that.
Yeah, that's not true.
There's more.
That's not true.
Okay, we'll talk about this off air, but there's more that goes into why guys hate higher numbers than just, oh, she must be a slut. There are other factors.
Oh, no, I'd rather get into this conversation on the air because I want the lesson to go.
Well, we can do that. We're not gonna have much time to do it, but we can do it after the break.
And we're going to name the intern after the break.
And we're gonna name the intern after the break. And I'm gonna try to fit in some of these gang names because they strike fear in my heart, so maybe they'll strike fear in yours too. Since we're not going to be able to have a bunch of time to do the rest of this, and you are listening to the show, go to our Facebook, facebook.com/PX show. Start a thread, post a comment, do whatever about what you think the number should be for women to sleep with before they're a whore, and why. And also why women are whores and dudes are heroes. You're listening to Project X.
Language.
Okay, he was PMSing.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. If you live the lifestyle, then you should arrive in style. Lifestyle Limousine Service. Whether it's dinner for two, an evening at the winery, or a night out on the town, Lifestyle Limousine provides extraordinary service. Check them out on the web, lifestylelimousineservice.com. Reserve your ride now. 330-903-0508. 330-903-0508. Lifestyle Limousine Service. And make sure you tell them Morning Show Central Radio Network sent you. Cocaine Energy Supplement. Due to great consumer demand, Redux Beverages has officially announced the return of its world-famous Cocaine Energy Supplement. It's now available at retail locations across the country, as well as online at ReduxDirect.com. That's ReduxDirect.com. Don't forget to be part of the all-new Cocaine Energy Supplement social network, where you can meet other Cocaine Energy Supplement fans from around the world. Cocaine Energy Supplement. You can become a member. By logging on to lovecocaine.com. Heat 99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating. Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers. That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999, Pete99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider. Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee, no questions asked. For more information, go to Pete99.com. Pete99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence with honest and expert customer service. Pete99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right.
Rise above the clutter, brand your identity, and make a statement. Broken Fan Media. Expert video production, television and web commercials, music video, real estate tours, live concerts and events, state-of-the-art post-production, video and audio editing. Check us out on the web at brokenfanmedia.com. 434-944-0472. Broken Fan Media. The next generation of sight and sound.
Having problems with your home computer or business PC? Looking to have some upgrade work completed on your computer? Have a special project in mind that may be too much for you to undertake alone? Time to call
Joe the Printer Guy!
Joe the Printer Guy offers a full-service hardware and software repair center at his facility to handle your PC, server, and networking needs. Let their professional service staff handle your computer needs. They offer expert service at an affordable price. Visit Joe the Printer Guy at 14035 Madison Avenue, Lakewood, Ohio. Online, joetheprinterguy.com, or give him a call at 216-651-3880. Joe the Printer Guy. If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com. You're listening to MSC Radio Network, and like anything else on the internet, it runs on computers. Lots of computers. And you know, when you're dealing with computers, hard drives sometimes crash. That happened here at MSC, and you know what saved them? Rectiphy backup software. Don't believe us? Well, ask yourself this question. Are you backed up? Probably not. So don't be that guy and wait till it's too late. MSC did their research and tried tons of different backup programs and chose Rectiphy backup software. You know, peace of mind is priceless, and Rectiphy can give you and your computer system that peace of mind. Find out more at rectiphy.com. That's RECTIPHY.com. Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. From the Cocaine Energy Supplement Studio, you're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
Even if you don't think we're funny, we still do. Project X.
Project X.
Dude, I haven't heard this one in a long time.
I pulled it from home.
I always said I feel like we're underground in this place with no windows or anything. Cut that real quick. Let's see what I got here. All right, there gets the website, projectxshow.com, project spelled with a K.
Not with a C.
Backwards if you can.
Because we're awesome retarded.
Also, if you want to call the show, don't.
Well, that's a good elevator version of it.
This is the first one that I found. Oh wait, it looks like it's. Oh yeah, it's done by like some Mexican or something. Al Maestro, and I can't see the rest. That's the first instrumental I found, and I'm gonna drop a wheel just for the hell of it. I found Vicky Sue Robinson, To Sir Wit Love. I wonder if that's a typo.
It probably is.
Or if that was intentional.
Hey, Chris, can you see if we can find Dusty Springfield, To Sir with Love?
I was just trying to find an instrumental.
Give me that.
Not music. You didn't do. You got to do your idiot nominee.
Yeah, I sure do. Mine goes to the crew I saw outside of the graveyard.
Okay.
Today, doing the trimming, weed whacking, breaking up leaves, and especially to the guy on the 0 turn radius mower who decided it was a good idea to take a turn a little bit too close to a headstone and basically split his head wide open on another one by falling off.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna hit the headstone and crack the headstone.
No.
Not his actual head.
No, he hit with the back wheel, knocked himself off, and ended up,
Must have been a Jewish cemetery because those headstones are really close together.
What was that again, J5?
Dusty Springfield, To Sir with Love.
Now, real quick, because we only have about 10 minutes or so, you were going to give girl an explanation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is you sleep with a guy.
Mm-hmm.
There's no physical change. He might be heavier.
Mm-hmm.
He might be balder. He might be more fit than he used to be.
Mm-hmm.
There's no physical change, though, in the sexual area. You get what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
It's completely opposite where you're concerned. And it's not a, oh, she's a whore. There is a definite difference if you're with somebody who's been with multiple partners or with somebody who's only had a few. There is a huge, huge difference in that.
He's saying that pussy be hanging.
Is there? No. Okay. So what's the number for that?
I have no clue.
I think it depends on each pussy.
All right.
If you do your kegels,
can you look
might
up
be around
Prince
30.
Pussy Control, please, Chris? I want to hear that song right now.
He's too busy with important things.
Real quick.
We
We didn't drop it.
didn't drop anything.
We were talking about cats.
Other numbers on here, real quick. An Ask Men columnist, a female Ask Men columnist, wrote, "No matter what people say, hearing that your girlfriend has bedded 17 men before you and she's only 23, that's kind of a stretch, no pun intended, ha," what J5 was saying. "It's possible that older women get a little more wiggle room, ha." Later, she mentions 20 is the number men consider horrible. Another guy that wrote on Single Dad House says 5 to 10. The Frisky, one of our favorite websites, conducted a poll on this issue, and respondent Liz said more than 30 sexual partners for anyone is too many. Actually, maybe more than 25. She's apparently a fan of gender equality. This number apparently holds true for men and women.
But their average was 25, the Frisky.
Another Frisky respondent, Megan, was a bit more forgiving, saying, "I think over 100 is really excessive." Her limit also applied to both men and women.
Mm-hmm.
Many religious conservatives, for instance, Glenn T. Stanton wrote at Focus on the Family, "Science is now showing us," whatever, who cares?
Yeah,
they think one.
Yeah.
And then Science broke it down to 23.89.
Which would fall right between 22 and 26. Isn't that funny?
According to a very scientific average of all the above numbers, using 7 for that 5 to 10 range, the absolute perfect number of sexual partners for a woman to have is 23.89. If you haven't been with that many yet, get to work. And if you've already topped that number, they guess that it's too late for you.
And I will say this, on a personal note, I don't care. I was telling him, there's only one person I'm worried about. There's only one number I'm worried about, and that's me.
Me too, so give the exact number.
No way, never. A true lady never tells.
We've discussed this
at length.
You are the furthest thing from. We already know it's between 20 and 30. So
you don't
anywhere,
know that.
Yes, we do.
You don't. You
we
claim
know that for a
to have
fact.
spoken to someone
That is
who is friends with the both of us. I highly doubt we know someone who is friends with the both of us. They may say they're friends with you and not be, or they may say they're friends with me and not be.
Okay, well,
but I doubt we have a mutual, honest to goodness friend.
Then let's say a mutual acquaintance that is more acquainted with you than with I.
Right.
Right.
Right. You claim this person told you between 20 and 30 just out of the blue.
No, not out of the blue.
But I can prove it wrong.
I claim that from my digging and prying,
Okay.
and the discussion that was had, I was able to infer without a shadow of a doubt that the number is between 20 and 30. Now, you only got in the space of 10 there, which isn't a big deal. So just tell us the exact number.
No.
Okay, because if I think it's 22.
I'm not even going to tell you if that space is even legit.
Well, it is. And if I think it's 22, it's a very reliable source. And if I think it's 22 and you tell me no, 27, not going to be that shocked. Not going to think different of you. It's only 5 more than I thought. So it's not a big deal. It's 5 people. It's a Saturday for me before I was married.
Right.
Okay. So go on. I think it's 22. So it is, in fact, 27.
Nope.
You heard it here
Nope.
first.
No.
Girls'
No.
number of sexual
It's
partners
not. No.
is 27.
No, it's lower than that.
26.
No, it's lower than that.
24.
Maybe it's the 22. Maybe I hit the nail on the head
No,
with
it's
the 22.
lower than that.
Okay, so then 20 to 21.
Did
And
you
it's
ever
not lower than that.
Did you ever think maybe she only had maybe a few partners?
No,
Yeah,
I never
thanks.
thought that.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks. Which that's not true either. Come on, man. Don't spread that lie around town,
Slut.
Chris. Come on. Come on.
So it's between 20 and 21.
No.
Maybe it's 20.89.
No.
The crooked eye doesn't.
The 8-9 came from a what? Happy birthday.
Half.
Hey, you know what?
Anybody with a disability only counts as a fractional part of the equation.
God.
I think I got this. I don't know if this is right.
Is alcoholism a disability?
Well, because then
Yeah,
number,
actually-
that number goes way down.
Actually, it is.
Yeah, well, that number goes way down then.
Yeah, but you don't get tags for it, so we're not going to count it.
You still want this song, J5?
You want to do interns?
Oh, yeah. We are going to announce our intern's name.
Yeah, go ahead, play it. Yeah, this is it.
The younger listeners might not be familiar with the movie or the song that's playing right now, or even the actor, to tell you the truth. There was a movie back in 1980
60-something.
Oh, it was 60s? I thought it was later.
Yeah.
60s.
60s, maybe early 70s.
Called To Sir With Love. And the actor who played the main character in that movie was the great Sidney Poitier.
Have you ever heard that one? You were telling me before the show that you were told you looked like every famous black man ever.
Yeah, you ever got Sidney Poitier?
Well, but see, you're here to teach us.
Oscar winner, Sidney Poitier.
And also, you're here to teach us. Much like Sidney Poitier's character, Mr. Tibbs.
Mr. Tibbs.
So our intern, for as long as he stays here, might only be for the next 4 minutes, is now Mr. Tibbs. And I gotta say, it's one of the nicer names. Probably the nicest name we've ever given to any intern that we have. We already have them. It doesn't work that way. We already have them.
I like this.
American History X. You look like the American History X extra, and you want me to bite the curve.
You don't want to see the tattoos under my shirt.
So, as long as I'm Mr. Tibbs, you're X.
Why do you think we called the show Project X?
I figured that. And with the backwards K, you know. Puts it together like, okay.
I have to say, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but there's only one, dude. So.
When I lived in a house, a double up and down house in Parma, and we called it the frat house, even though me and my ex had lived in it, but we had parties there every single day. We were in our early 20s, and we acted like we were in our late teens, early 20s. So parties, mess of a house, beer cans and stuff all over the place. And for the longest time, the upstairs was vacant. Well, a black family moved in. And the black family that moved in always complained and called the cops on our parties. So what we did was we always called it the frat house. We're like, wow, we need a name for our fraternity. And our fraternity was, in fact, Kappa Kappa Kappa. And we had spray painted.
No, Otter.
We had spray painted on a sheet of plywood. Kappa Kappa Kappa.
Otter.
I'm not surprised. You fit the description.
I didn't start it.
Dude,
they started with me. I was just trying to scare them out of the house.
Oh, gosh.
We want him.
I didn't burn a cross on it. It was my own yard. So what else can I do? I wanted them out.
If that was my house, I would have kicked in your door.
I got my dog taken away because of those assholes.
You know, we do want him to come back, right?
I don't do it anymore. It's not in my yard now.
Take more than that to scare me. Like, your kids are mixed. You can deal with a lot of angry
His kids are mixed.
bet, yeah.
They only wear the sheet. They don't wear the hood.
I know, you hate that. That's why I keep saying it.
No, I don't at all. That's a beautiful thing.
I know mixed
That is
babies.
a beautiful
mixed
thing.
babies are the cutest babies.
Just fit the description of you hating that.
Oh man, you know what? I take back what I said about semi-normal being the best intern we had in a long time.
Well, let's give him at least another week or two to stick around before we give him that. We've heard that in the past.
Shall I call OCD now?
We are shunned exes of our past interns.
I'll be here till May.
That's a long time,
I
right?
know.
We got a lot of material for this guy. Good.
Yeah, I got a lot of questions, man.
And he already said, not last week, but the week before, we don't have to worry about him going anywhere else where he might not be able to come back.
Yeah.
Where other interns have gone. So that's good. Recap idiot nominees.
Oh yeah.
Girl.
Mine is right out of Florida. A guy buys a gun at his friend's house who is having a party, brings it home, cleans it, and shoots himself in the penis and the balls.
Fort Walton Beach, Florida. Multiple lawmen intercepted a 17-year-old who witnesses said was breaking into cars. They said it was a 17-year-old dude. He was wearing a hoodie and shorts. Cops stopped the guy like that, riding a bicycle. Cops asked what he was doing. He said he was just riding around. He didn't have anything illegal on him. Told the cops that the cops could search him. Upon their search, they found a flashlight, 4 different prescription pill bottles belonging to 4 different owners, a mag flashlight, a medicine bottle containing $4 and change, and 6 large coin military-style medals. The cop asked the teen who the pills belonged to. The teen said he didn't remember which items came from which vehicle. He then said he had been burglarizing vehicles all night. He added that the bike he was riding was also stolen. He's being charged with a bunch of stuff. His court date is September 18th, Johnny 5.
Mine is the member of the grounds crew at a cemetery who was using the zero-turn tractor, lawnmower, whatever you want to call it, clipped a headstone with the back tire, knocking him off and splitting his head open on a different headstone.
Oh.
So the person in the chat room, I'll give you a second to vote.
No, she's got it.
Well, real quick then. You hear about street gangs, and it instills fear in people's hearts. You think about the Crips and the Bloods and MS-13 and the Latin Kings and all these kinds of things, right? Well, according to the New York Police Department, here are some of the real-life gangs of New York. These are gangs on the list, the gang list that the police have that they look out for, okay? Just some of the names. The Cheese Block, the Ow Ow Gang, the Get Touched Boys, from
I know.
From the Zoo, Team Wavy, the Flea Gang, Ape Gang. Not even gonna start.
Oh God.
Adore My Beauty, followed by the Handsome Gang,
With no E at the end of handsome.
the Loopy Gang, Yum Up, Yum with 2 M's, Yum Up, and my personal favorite, the Superfly Fizzo Crew. So next time you're in New York City, look for those tags. I'm sure they're really sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Chris.
Otter.
Girl.
J5.
J5.
Girl.
I vote for Johnny 5. Total. Drum roll. This week's Idiot of the Week winner is
J5.
Yes.
True life pays off.
I was gonna at least try to tie it. I didn't know what her vote was in the chat. Let's get some music. Well, apparently there were people listening tonight, just not participating in the chat. But I thank all of you. Regardless of your amount of participation in the show. If you missed any part of the show, you can catch it in its entirety live sometime tonight on morningshowcentral.com on the 24-hour live feed. Or tomorrow morning-ish on projectxshow.com where it's available for live playback or download. You can find us on iTunes. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/pxshow. Follow us on Twitter @ProjectXShow. We'll be back next week with a brand new segment from Mr. Tibbs. Goodbye.